Good morning. Surprise. Hello. It's Wednesday and we're live. Unusual. Also, you may notice I'm lit on one side and not the other. I'm going to give this a couple minutes before I start really talking, but I know some of you will come back and watch it later and see it from the beginning. Also, this is not a complaint, but it's an explanation. We are getting smoke from the the wildfires in Canada, and it is making me very stuffed up. So, which believe me, is nothing compared to what they're going through. I know that, but when I talk and you can hear it, that's all it is. Oh, I made notes too. We need the notes. Hello. How are you on Wednesday? It's not morning where a beer is, I know that. Hello. I want to just give a couple minutes. Probably we're good though. I cannot really read you guys as well. Please feel free to chat as much as you want, but I actually came to talk. Surprising, I know. I'm cutting loops because I'm going to weave some old t-shirts into something later. But it looks like a few of you guys are here. I can't quite read you. You're just a little too far for me to read. But this might be a little hard for me to do. I'm not leaving, and my physical health is fine. Let me say that. But I thought I would do this while I talk to you guys. So I'm sorry, I cannot read it quite. I'm trying, but I can't quite see it. I made notes so I don't forget anything. So, a lot of you guys have known me for a long time, but some of you are new. And I've talked about this before, but I have pretty bad anxiety. And I don't talk about it all the time because people often tell me what they think I should do, and they are totally well-meaning people. They want to help 100%. They're wonderful people, but for some reason it makes me feel like I don't know, some kind of way, because I feel like, of course I've tried that. You know what I mean? And some of you will know. I hope most of you won't know, because I hope that most of you have never had to deal with this. And I was gone for most of the month of April. This is what I really want to talk about. And I know that it seemed like I took a break and kind of like took a vacation. Again, feel free to chat amongst yourselves if you want to, but I can't quite read. I'm already sweating from talking about this. I'm not sure how it seems to other people, but I struggle with social media sometimes because people can be mean, but also a lot of the negative of the world is showing. So, and I can't not be on it and do this with you guys. And in the winter, I often get a little bit sad, I think, just because the days are so short and I need more sunlight. And I do some light therapy and I take vitamin D. So, but this year was different because I got extremely depressed. Like, I could barely get out of bed, you guys. And I would force myself to get out of bed and stay out of bed because it's like a rule I have for myself. But I barely could. And I have tried medicine in the past, and I'm not against it, but I had bad side effects, so I always end up stopping. And this time I decided that I can't go on like this, and I started therapy. So 3 weeks ago, I started, and I've been thinking about talking to you guys about it really since before that, because sometimes I do feel like I need to take breaks for my mental health. And um it's so complicated that I feel like I can't always um talk about it here, because first of all, there are so many people who don't understand, and I am happy for them that they don't. You know what I mean? Like, you are so lucky if you don't have to deal with this. And that's wonderful. I'm happy for you. Um it's just like sometimes gets to be really too much for me. Uh Seeing people be unkind to each other, and that's one of the reasons why I keep it in our group so not allowed, because if you're like me, you feel that even when it is towards someone else. And I needed to talk to you guys about it, because I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. Okay, I noticed that no one is talking. Are you guys freaked out? I can't tell what you're saying, but I can see no one saying anything. Um, let's see. Did I say anything? Oh, there's nothing. Okay, yes. I did miss something. It was so um bad in April that it was scary for me. It has not been that bad for like 20 years at least. And that's why I went and got help. I talked to John. I'm an expert at hiding it. I should say that. So I talked to John at one point and told him how bad it really was, and he was surprised, and he lives here, and he actually is really in tune with me. So um like, the fact that he didn't know just says how good I am at hiding it. I got to throw these in my bag. Where's my bag? So I know I'm waffling a little bit, and there is no reasons. Like, there's not things going on that are knocking me down. My life is actually in a pretty decent place. I mean, obviously there's always things going on. But it's, for the most part, a lot is really good, and that actually makes me have a lot of like weird guilt around it. I don't know how to explain that either, but I just want you guys to know. And I guess it's because I always try to be transparent. Too transparent maybe, I don't know. Um Only one person that is like from this group is aware of what was really going on. And I don't want to hide it anymore, and I really want to get better. So I want you guys to know that I'm working really, really hard with my therapist. And we've agreed that medication just isn't for me because of the side effects that I've had in the past. Donkey just came to see why I'm crying. um and she said that from what I described to her, it just seems like some people just don't tolerate it well, and it seems like I'm one of them. So I'm not sure why I decided, except to share it, except that it might help someone else. And then also, I guess I just feel like you guys do deserve to know, because I feel like you're my friends, and you do deserve to know that I'm trying really hard to work on it. And but that sometimes it makes me not as good at showing up for everything as I wish I was. I love you guys, and I really appreciate you, and you do deserve better, and somebody who is like 100% here. And sometimes it stops me from being here 100%, and I regret that. So it, like I said, it's something that I'm really working on. I wish I was more built for social media, But you really have to either have a thick skin or just be so strong in your sense of yourself and your um self-esteem that you don't people can't knock you down, but that's not who I am or where I am in my life right now. And I guess I don't want to hide it. I want you guys to know. I know this is going to open me up for people who are like, have you tried walking? Or as the one person who knows what's going on, I don't want to say who it is unless she says it's okay. Her husband said his favorite is when people say, have you tried not being sad? Yes, I have tried it. I've tried everything. I've tried 3 different medicines. I am walking and exercising like 4 times a week is really all I can squeeze into my schedule right now, but that's pretty good actually. Um so I am trying everything including therapy right now. I want you guys to know that I just really want to be okay for you and for my family and for everything else going on in my life. So I felt like I should talk to you about it. And I'm so glad I did, even though this was really scary too. I know you can't really, let me move this so you can talk back a little bit. Oh, nope, I can't. I lied. So I appreciate it. I'm going to see if I can get in. Let me lean forward and see. Avocado Witchnut said, yeah, who do we need have to, it was nothing like that. It's nothing like that. Honestly, my life is pretty okay, you know? Jelaine said, I hope you actually experience some relief from sharing this. I hope that I can also. Hiding it has been kind of a challenge at times. I bet John's listening at work right now. He's like, what is she doing now? He knows that I've been thinking about talking to you guys for a while about this. So anyway, that's what's going on. I'm in therapy and I'm doing it all. I'm reading the books she tells me to read. I'm doing all of it. Rita said, learn to be okay for you. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm with you, Rita. I mean, that is what I should be doing, right? Hey, Carrie. Carrie missed it. Oh, thank you. Margarita said, we love you, Trish. I love you guys too. I really do. I feel so lucky because of this group and how it has like evolved, because we have something that a lot of other groups really don't. Do you know what I mean? Let's see. Love you too, Carrie. Oh, none of this will be news to you, Carrie. Avocado Witch said, yay, therapy. Lady Morty said, there isn't a better. We're here because of you. We want you to be healthy and happy and whole. Do what you need to. I appreciate that. I do, really. Jolene said, I know another blogger seriously struggling with anxiety. Actually, I can think of a third. Well, I'll tell you, it's quite hard to... My phone's ringing. Sorry, you guys can probably hear it. It's quite hard to do this, to put like your life and what you make and what you love out into the world if you have anxiety, because it's like you are putting it out for people to say all the bad things that they want or good things, but you know, you're going to have to take both. So if you have anxiety, this is a very difficult line of work. Hi, Mom. That's my mom. Lorraine Geary said, sounds like you found a good therapist. I'm so proud of your courage. Thanks. Kai said, trust me, we're all here for you. Kai, you're the best. And can you please stop growing? I was looking at our pictures from Rhinebeck, and you have grown so much since Rhinebeck. That's like 6 months. What are you, like 3 inches taller? It's crazy. Abir said, love your authentic spirit, just be you. Well, I mean, the problem is if you're just you, people are crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like they don't like you, and that's okay. But they won't go away also sometimes. Jojo said, I had numerous meds. Yep, you know. Then you know. Lorraine asked if everything's okay. Everything is okay. I'm sorry about that. You guys just need to, I guess, watch it again. Athena said, hi, just jumped in. Hug. Thank you. Ruth said, therapy does help. I needed meds as it is a physical problem. I'm sorry it didn't work for you. I suffer PTSD and have learned how to somewhat deal with it. Ruth, you know what? I don't want anyone to think that I think meds are a bad idea. Carrie said, hi, Trisha's mom. Jelaine said, wow, I'd have a hell of a time sharing this with my mom present. You are amazing. I mean, my mom actually knows that I started therapy, that I was looking for a therapist. I don't know, Mom, did I tell you that I was starting? And also, I should say, you guys, if you have anxiety, I am reading a book called Self-Compassion by Kristen Neff. There's a longer title, but that's what it's about. And I really think it's a good book. Exactly. Carrie said people just keep peopling. And Jelaine, you're funny. You can't do that. I mean, I'm okay with the people not liking me. I just wish they would just like go live their lives. Tresla said you need a mug that says F it, and when you end a video you can say to all the haters. I don't think I can do that. I don't really feel that about haters. I feel like I hope you find some peace, you know? Because if you are living in that place where you feel like you have to say something mean about everything you don't like, you're not in a good place. Avocado Witch said those who are rude and won't leave are the ones who we need to put on the list. I mean, just be kind. Also, it really isn't. That's not really the problem for me. The problem is inside me, and I have to work on it. Oh, a beer, thanks. Don't make me cry. Don't. Safe, healthy, happy said, I'm 55 and had to go live with my mom at the moment, so not so healthy and happy right now, fighting the fight along with you, honey. See, I knew that I wouldn't be alone. Yeah. Yep, Laura said seeking help is great. I don't feel seeking help. Wait, I also feel... See, I told you I can hardly read it. Tracy said nobody's 100%. It's hard not to focus on... Right, what we criticize in ourselves. You have helped me with my issues through your channel. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. That is awesome. Athena said, I think you put yourself in a very vulnerable position online. It's hard. That takes a lot of courage. It is amazing what you do, and you are very much appreciated. Oh, you know what is crazy is like, this is weird, but almost every time when I feel like really like, why am I putting myself out there just to get beat up sometimes? Because also, I've talked about this many times, the way that they tell you to grow and create a YouTube channel, like if I've taken a couple classes and what they tell you to do is the opposite of what I do, and I refuse to do what they tell you to do. So I don't know, I'm difficult. I make things harder for myself. Lorraine said, yes, therapy is a good thing. I did it for years. Very helpful. I'm hoping I don't have to do years. But, you know, I'll do what I got to do. I got to get better for, like, John and my family. And Abir said, for a long time, I tried to be everything to everyone else and forgot myself. I'm a work in progress. Just the fact that you realize that, though, Abir, is, like, a lot of growth, right? Mimi said, I found therapy super helpful when I made the decision to retire. I was so anxious about many things. Evelyn said the pandemic didn't help me too. I think so many people like got higher anxiety in the pandemic and are struggling to get on track. I actually feel like I had the opposite because getting to stay home, like being told to stay home, is my favorite. Also, what I did not tell you guys just today is that during the month of April and really since then, I have barely been leaving my house. Like, just because I feel like I can't handle being around people. So I'm going through it. Let's see. Okay, I don't know where I left off. Yes, sometimes no one is as unkind as your own brain. That's so true. Marlene said, we love you for being yourself and sharing with us. You guys get to see the warts and all sometimes. Lisa said, keeping things bottled up doesn't help. Talking in a safe place does. Here we are on the internet talking. Curious that being something you're not would be harder than doing things the right way. Yeah. I think that I probably am too, Abir. Abir said as she gets older, we're about the same age. She feels like she gets braver. The world doesn't really seem like they want us to. But too bad for them. Am I right? Kai, I hope this isn't too much for you. You're our youngest member. Kai said lockdown was great. I got to meet all of y'all. It was great. Have you guys seen Kai's new video, by the way? It was about spinning silk hankies. And it made me want to go spin some silk hankies, like, immediately. Avocado Witch said I was the same. Lockdown was the most healing experience of my life. You know what? You're not alone. And we're not alone. It's not just us. There are other people who were saying there was a lot of good with it. I wasn't really scared of getting sick either, but probably I should have been. But I wasn't. And it's a good thing because I got it like 3 times. Oh, good. Rita said, yeah, I watched Kai. Marlene said, there are also just lots of different types of therapy and different, yes. Yeah, I mean, I should have said this. Last year, around the same time almost, I went to somebody for 1 session. And immediately I was like, I don't think you can help me. And that is not a judgment on her in any way, but it was like, we're definitely not going to connect in the way that we need to, Okay, almost done. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this, you're going to have to watch coming. Kai said, I don't know what I would be doing without your channel. Oh my gosh. It's funny about Kai because I've been watching Kai since he was 9. Kai, is that right? No. 10? 11? Yeah, I don't think you were 9. Anyway, a long time. And he emailed me very early on when he was living outside the country. And I was 9. Okay, you were 9. And I was worried because he emailed me and like, what if I was a weirdo? So I was worried about Kai. We have been watching him ever since. We talk about you, Kai. Like, John and I are like, did you see Kai's latest video? Oh my gosh, it was so good. Why is he getting so tall? I love his new haircut. Like, we talk about you like we hang out. It's interesting. And we love your new haircut also. Yeah, he said these 3 years have been crazy. Abir said I wouldn't be spinning if it wasn't for you. Oh. Well, I appreciate you guys a lot, but I didn't come here so, I didn't want you to gas me up either, even though I appreciate it. I just really needed to get it out there. I feel like I've been hiding. And then I was gone for like a month. And so many of you were like, hope your break was great. And I was like, I barely survived. But I didn't say that, but I was thinking like it wasn't great. But it had to happen. So Caitlin said, any advice on how to get through 10 pounds of wool only using hand carders? Have you watched it already? That's a tough one. Black Crow said to me, lockdown wasn't any different than my regular life. I've been called a hermit. It's not that I don't like people. I just choose to live my life. Oh, looks like there's probably more. Alone. Oh, I missed some stuff, guys. I appreciate it. I do. Mr. Tom, Mr. Tom, you're the one I met, right? In Ann Arbor. Mr. Tom said therapist shopping is hard. You've got to find a person who connects with you, and it's really hard to try different ones. It was extremely hard. Will say, I was so discouraged after that because it takes a lot of energy is really the wrong word, but it takes some like courage to start. And then when you find someone who is just so clearly not going to connect with you immediately, it's discouraging because you're like, it took me so much to try this. You know what I mean? I know you know from what you wrote, but the one that I connected with, the one that I'm seeing now, I think pretty much right away, and it continues to seem like it's getting better. So, and she is giving me some stuff to do outside of when we're talking. I think it's good. Caitlin said, it's been washed already. I just need to card it. Caitlin, is it something that you can spin without carding? Because you can, I mean, you might get more texture, but sometimes you can't. Evelyn said, ironically, lately when I'm feeling anxiety ramping up, I will watch your videos to equalize and be able to deal. Gosh, that is wonderful. If I can do that for one person, that's awesome. Abir said, you've given us a family of wool, and that is priceless. Take as many breaks, we will be here. It does. Carrie said it takes courage. Yeah. And then you got to do it again. Nikki said, I'm glad more people are coming out on their platforms and talking about their anxiety and depression and these kinds of things. I have my struggles and meds help in my case. Yeah. She said, thankfully. Honestly, I really, really wish. Trust me. A couple years ago, they gave me one that I took for 3 months and I didn't realize how sick it was making me. And then also it gave me tardive dyskinesia. And if you've ever had that, it is scary. Especially when people start telling you like, hey, it might not go away. What? Mr. Tom said, yeah, Ann Arbor. I thought so. He said, I wish they had speed dating for Yes, for therapists. That'd be amazing. You just start an app. Nikki said, thank you for talking to us about it. Well, thanks. Yes, Athena said negative people will always exist, but I am sure that we as a tribe can shine brighter and push the negativity away. You know, I have to be super clear, though, that it is no one's fault. It's really inside me, and I have to work on that. Oh, it's odd ends of Lester Longwool. Have you tried spinning it without carding it? I would try. It depends really on how clean it is. Joanne said had an immediate no with a therapist because she was too much like my brother. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say how I knew immediately, but it was immediate. Like within the first 20 minutes, probably. Kelly said it can be difficult to find a counselor that you click with. Hang in there and don't give up. Don't worry. No, I love this one. I think it's going to be good. Yes, Rita, that's actually, you're right on. And I know you've been here for a while, so you like know me. You know what I mean, Rita? It is hard to live in the world when you're like that. But, you know, what's the alternative? Debbie said, I can't either. But I didn't know that, so I was trying. Athena said, I once heard this about negative thoughts and found it helpful. When you open the front door, don't forget to also open the back door and don't drink tea with them. Just let them pass. That's kind of what part of what I'm working on right now. It's complicated. As you guys know, it's complicated. Thanks, Mimi. Jelaine said carding long wool, find something to service. Combs would be better, but she's trying to get through 10 pounds. So either way, it's going to be quite hard. Nikki said I was going to spin my neon braids for a night shift during Tour de Fleece. But I now have 18 1/3 braids to spin because I started spinning them. That's okay. No, 18? Oh, 1 1/3. Joanne said that's empathic. That's hard to deal with. You know, I am what I am, just like Popeye. Becky said I just jumped on, so I missed most of this, but I do feel ya. Sister, music. Yep, I use music in the mornings. And weirdly, I've been using Tibetan singing bowls. Someone gave me one for a gift, but I listened to someone else play them or whatever. And I swear it's like a nervous system thing. Everything's okay, Elsbeth. Oh, Rita, that sounds like really smart. If you know what the book is, feel free to message me. Yes, Jelaine, I use like happy music. Or like butt kicking music. You know, the kind like, 1 1/3. Sorry, no, it's me. I can't read. Because it's too far away. I do feel Carrie. Carrie kind of knows a little bit about what's going on. So I do feel like I am not built for the social media world. And yet this is where I chose to live. Doesn't make sense. Kind of tricky. Debbie said I do badass workouts. I've been doing, have you ever heard of Turbo Fire? And then kettlebell workouts 4 times a week. That's all my back can take right now. But as I get stronger, hopefully it'll get easier. Yes, Joanne said singing bowls. I love them. You guys are cracking me up now. Thank you for making this easier. You guys made it easier than I thought it was going to be. It is rough. Oh, buy a beer. I'm going to go too in just a minute. I just got to finish this one t-shirt and try not to break my ruler. So, okay. Enough of that. Tour de Fleece starts in like 2 days. I am about to put up a post in the group so everyone can post their goals and or what they want to spin first, like what their first thing is they're going to work on. And when I say about to, like, I mean in the next hour, it's happening. Oh, Carrie, so are you? Oh, okay, Debbie has Beachbody on demand. Debbie, Turbo Fire was a Beachbody workout or whatever. Is it on there? Because I have DVDs and one of them is super beat up and I was thinking about joining Beachbody on demand, but I could not find if Turbo Fire was on there. It is, oh, that cute little blonde lady, Shalene. What's her? I can't remember her name. Mr. Tom said, what is my goals? My goals are 20 minutes a day. But I will end up spinning more. Inevitably, when I sit down at the wheel, 20 minutes goes by so fast. Thanks, Nicole. Avocado said, you're welcome. And thanks for the chat, everyone. I feel a little lighter. I love it. I know Jelaine said, what's a DVD? Well, we have this old DVD player too, and it died. Isn't it Shalene? Charlene. It's not just Charlene. Whatever. I think it's Shalene. Okay. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. You really don't know how much. I think I'm going to be like a little more open about what's going on. But I still have to just share as I feel okay with it. You know what I mean? As I feel brave enough and like I'm strong enough. Kai's got to go too. Don't worry, Kai. I'm leaving too. Love you, buddy. Bye. I got to cut up all these t-shirts still and what's in here. I got work to do. I love you. Bye.